So. Do you want to be up there? Because I'm going to put a diaper on you if you want to be up there. Because you know you're not supposed to be up there. Off. Go lie on your bed. You have a Tempur-Pedic dog bed. He's been having bladder issues for like as long as we've had him. They don't actually like specifically know what's going on. They think it's like a combination of a few things. But Sullivan has incontinence. It's not really fixable.
Feels good to be a
so we just have to like deal with it the best that we can. So he didn't get neutered until he was like a little over 2 years old. And apparently with like unneutered dogs, their prostates can grow larger. So he has like a combination of like a larger prostate, which presses up against his bladder more than like an average prostate. Plus he has like issues closing his, like, I don't know what it's called. Like it's like a penis sphincter. It's like the muscle in his dick that like closes off his urethra from like when he pees or whatever. And so we have medication that we give him for that. But it only does so much. And some days when he drinks like a lot of water, it doesn't matter how much medication he's on. When he's in a relaxed state and he gets up, he like pees a little bit. And it's not like a full-on bladder release, right? So there's behavioral peeing when a dog like releases their bladder on purpose. This is more like his bladder gets applied pressure and he doesn't have enough like muscle restraint to like stop himself when he's like coming out of like a sleeping situation. So he pees like that much, like just like a little tiny spot of it. But, you know, it adds up. So, like, we have to be proactive about it because it's either a $30,000 surgery with a 25% success rate. That's super invasive. Or we just have to manage it. So, like, we don't give him water at night with his dinner. Or, like, we limit the amount of water. We give him, like a couple sips. And then we have to take his water away so that his bladder is not super full at night. He wears a doggy diaper at night. Stuff like that. So yeah, Sullivan has a whole host of problems. All of them coming from his prior life, and we've worked really, really hard and tried really, really hard to help him be better. And he is literally above and beyond where he was when we first got him, like above and beyond. But he still has a lot of issues. So yeah, we, cause our other dog Reese is allowed on the couch cause Reese is an angel baby. We originally when we got Sullivan weren't aware of all of his issues. So Sullivan was allowed on the couch too. And unfortunately it enforced the habit of it's okay for him to be on the couch. And we've since had to work really hard on trying to break him of that habit because he can't be on furniture anymore. Do you want something? Can you speak? Can you speak for it? Speak. 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 Can you shake? Can you shake other? Can you lie down? You roll over? Oh, that was a good one. We made a feast for our friends. Me and my friend Lexi, we did a dinner party and like the boys were like getting to eat like kings. And we did this whole like charcuterie board. We did this whole like mozzarella caprese salad, and then we made like this giant plate where it had a huge piece of Parmesan chicken, a whole thing of risotto, and butternut squash raviolis. Not a single person, and there's 3 other men in the room, one including Vern, who can put down food. Not a single person.
Vern finished all his.
I don't think so. Every single plate had food on it. Well, Brennan fucking dusted off his, and then he goes, yeah, and then I went around to everyone else's plate, and I finished their raviolis because they were so good. Say something intelligent.
Excuse me?
Say something.
Say something intelligent.
Brennan needs to get back into shape. Okay, say something intelligent.
Sturf needs to learn how to make glazed donuts.
What the fuck? That's not what? That's not intelligent or useful.
Funnel it.
One thumb on top.
Is that how you do it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just
One
shoveled
thumb
it.
on top of the rice bowl, 2 fingers on the bottom where it hooks, and then you just. I was talking about how I hold my chopsticks, Mom.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know.
My mom put chopsticks in my hand when I was 1 year old and taught me how to eat food with chopsticks when I was a little baby. So this is just how I learned how to do it.
Can we teach our son at a super young age to use chopsticks?
If my mom is cooking for us for the
True.
first month of its life, he's going to learn how to use chopsticks.
Can you hear?
I can hear you now.
Okay, you can hear me now. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So,
When they are 1 or 2 years old, you just give the chopstick to give to the kid. And they will pick it up with naturally the way their ability to do it. Then they will, just like you, they will just do it. You don't have to teach them to do it. Just by watch,
just
they
figure it
know
out.
how to do it.
That's pretty cool. That's awesome. Well, that'll be interesting. I wonder if he'll do it like me or if he'll do it like you.
well, I would like him to do it like you because it's actually more useful to do it your way.
You cannot really teach them how because they have their own mind, just like my daughter.
I'm half Taiwanese. Yeah. My mom was born and raised in Taiwan. She met my dad over there. They got married in Taiwan and then came over to the States, got married in the States, and then they had me. My dad's super Irish, so he was very excited when I started dating Brennan, who has like a very Irish last name. He was like, "Oh, an O'Neill, huh? That's a good last name." We just knew it was time, and we were both ready. So we started trying. In January was when we started the process. I got my birth control removed in January. Okay, so here's the timeline. Here's how it all went down. I had my cervical cancer scare last year, and that really fucked me up. And I was really scared that I couldn't have kids. And then we did the whole procedure, and it takes 3 pap smears for it to come back. And if you get 3 normals, you get cleared and you're no longer at risk for cancer. So January was my 3rd test, and it came back clear. So I was all cleared and good to go. So that was really exciting. And then my OB was like, "I know we talked about pregnancy. Is this something that you still are considering? Like, what is your game plan?" And I was like, "Well, we were actually talking about trying this year." And she's like, "Well, I have you here. Do you want to remove your birth control?" Brennan and I talked about it. I said yes. So we took out my birth control end of January. They tell you that you should have 1 natural cycle before you try and conceive. So February was my natural cycle. And then we literally got pregnant on the first fucking try. And we weren't even trying. You guys, we weren't. It's not like a lot of women who try and get pregnant, they're like tracking their period, they track their ovulation cycle, they track all this stuff, and so they know when to have sex and all of that, right? Brennan and I got drunk off wine one night, and I said, "Put a fucking baby in me." And we did. I'm not kidding. I cannot make this shit up. I'm not making this shit up, okay? Literally, that was the night. Like, we did the math, okay? And that was, it happened then. That was the night. Based off my 1 natural cycle, like the way that you calculate your due date is, even though you don't technically conceive on the last day of your first period, pregnancies are measured by the first day of your last period. So if you have like a normal 28 day cycle, it's usually halfway through the month. So, February 28th was the last day of my last period. And so mid-March is when we would have had to have done the business. And there is a date in there where we had friends over for dinner and we got really drunk and our friends went home and we were like, bow wow wow. So yeah, first try. We were very shocked that it was so quick. I have been on I'm 32 years old. I have been on birth control with only one teeny tiny break since I was 16. Okay? 16 to 32, solid birth control. So there's always, stories you hear like it takes a couple months, it takes a year, it takes whatever for your body to reacclimate and for you to get pregnant. So even though we were planning it and the intention was there, I fully did not expect that it would happen like wham bam. You know what I'm saying?